Hi everybody, John Deere here and welcome. This week's Sew and Tell is going to be a little bit special because it's actually the last design that I ever entered in the commercial industry. And the reason why it was the last design is because I actually accomplished my goal with this design, which was to win 2 grand prizes. I mentioned before in other videos that I was a little obsessed with that as a young man, that I wanted to win the 2 grand prizes within the commercial industry. And in 2001, I actually accomplished that goal. And I vowed to myself that I would never enter another embroidery competition as long as I lived. And so far, I've kept my promise. Now, this design is a little special because it actually has what I would consider artistic merit. There's only one tool that you need in any digitizing program to create this design, and that is a running stitch, the foundational stitch of embroidery. And if you know how to use that tool properly, you can actually create anything. I actually show that in all of my training videos for all of the programs that I teach on. And actually, it's the first level, lesson 1 video where I go into the foundation and the rules for using a running stitch properly. So if you know how to click a running stitch button 186,000 times, you could create this design that I'm going to show you. And this is the finished product. It actually is a design that took me 1 day to digitize, just 1 day. But it actually took me 3 days to plan. I remember it was done on a light table with drafting paper, and I had to layer all 3 drafts on top of each other, because if I were to look at this on my screen on my computer all zoomed in, it would just look like a mash of stitches. The most important part of doing something like this was planning all of your start and stop points for all of the objects so that it flowed perfectly with as few jumps and trims as possible. And that really is the foundation. Now, if you look really closely at this design, you'll see that there's not a lot to it. There really isn't a lot of detail, but it's almost like a Monet. When you look at artwork that is more of an abstract nature, the closer you are, the less focus it is. It's only when you walk back from the item that everything comes into clear focus. And that's the beauty of knowing how to use a run stitch. And it's kind of ironic that the last grand prize that I won in the commercial industry was using the tool that I first learned how to use when I began digitizing at the age of 17. And that's kind of the irony of the whole thing. If you have a good foundation, it'll always propel you forward with your hobby and your art. So if you like this video, please subscribe and like below. If you haven't already, check out our interactive digitizing lessons. The entire first level focuses completely on the running stitch. So click on the link below in the description to learn more. Hi everyone, John Deere here, and thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with all of your friends. Also, to become part of the legacy, be sure to hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell to be notified every time we release a new weekly video. So join the legacy now. It's no mystery, award-winning embroidery is our history.